only knew the power of the dark side, it is your destiny.
Hello everyone, this is Take the Gate. It is May 31st, 2014, and I'm going to take us back to Ohio for a few of these stories, and let's get started. This is about Steubenville, Ohio, and this is the same city that the superintendent and the football team tried to cover up the rape of a woman from West Virginia who was 16 at the time. The authorities in Steubenville broke up a $1.5 million gambling ring and what they're calling an investigation for illegal gambling in eastern Ohio. And warrants were served at 8 locations. The Attorney General's office and the Steubenville Police Department were instrumental in implementing the warrant. And they say that the investigation is ongoing. So this is a little quip article from the Associated Press, found on Ohio.com. And next we have this from May 21st. This was right before the weekend of the March Against Monsanto in Cincinnati, Ohio, close to a suburb of it. This is North College Hill, and an 18-year-old man was charged with attempted aggravated murder for firing shots at close range at a police officer. This is the North College Hill community that has been enacting the parental responsibility ordinance, and as you can see, the age of this man is 18 years old. Doing my own research on this story, I am going to do a larger piece when I get some more interviews from parents in North College Hill. And I'm going to take you to another story here. The Ohio House has approved adding tolls to the Brent Spence Bridge. When I say judicial capture, legislative capture, and if we give up our roads as Ohio motorists and privatize them, we're going to be paying for that privatization repair. So if they're going to put toll roads on existing freeways, what's going to happen is, with that public infrastructure bill that was just passed, which was House Bill 1, or Item 1, and I'm going to actually bring that up. So this is how we voted, and it is Bonds for Public Infrastructure Amendment Issue 1. Thank you, voters, for passing this bill, because you are now going to set up privatization for toll roads in Ohio, which you should not have voted for, because they are going to take this money, privatize the highways by making them toll roads, and then sell them to investors on Wall Street. Good job, Ohio. And I'll just read some of this. They voted with 86-7, that bill in the Senate that would authorize the state to enter in an agreement with Kentucky, a private group, to construct, operate, finance Ohio's segment of the bridge that carries Interstate 71 and 75 through northern Kentucky. Ross McGregor from Springfield said replacement of the 51-year-old structure is necessary to help move more than twice as many vehicles per day as the bridge was built to safely accommodate. Building a new bridge, and by eliminating the backups and congestion that exist today, will allow our businesses and owners to save money and hire more people, said in a news release, which are flat-out lies. Officials on both sides of the state line tout the public-private partnership to replace the bridge that is used to transport $417 billion worth of goods each year. The existing structure is toll-free. The preliminary plans to put toll rates of $1 for local commuters and $2 for other motorists and $10 to $12 for large trucks. The rates will be charged on 2 new bridge spans under construction, as well as the existing span. ODOT, Ohio Department of Transportation Director Jerry Ray, stated that HB 533 will help us move forward with revitalization of this heavily traveled corridor while improving accessibility and safety. He also said that the passage of the bill would allow the state to continue to work with Kentucky to get shovels in the ground and as quickly as possible, or as quickly as we can. And Kentucky would also need to approve authorization of a public public-private partnership for the $2.6 billion replacement and renovation project. Bill awaits assignment to committee and Senate. Based on this issue from May, was that if we privatize our roads, China's going to send in their own companies, most likely, to operate those roads or repair the infrastructure. That would be an instant standing army. So this is a story about keeping the rationale safe so this can't be used as many generation. It was written by Jeremy Pelzer, and that can be found on cleveland.com. New Ohio legislation would only allow traffic cameras when an officer is present. And it's dated on May 22nd. So this is the other thing that happened, if you don't already know. Ohio's legislation would only allow traffic cameras when an officer is present. And it is a ban for those communities that have these devices. Unless there is an officer present that can pull over the vehicle, these cameras are useless. So this is Senate Bill 342, and it was introduced by Bill Seitz, Cincinnati Republican. So it has bipartisan support, and the only community trying to overturn this seems to be, and then here it says, in February, the state appeals court panel ruled unanimously that Cleveland's method of challenging cameras tickets was unconstitutional, as appeals should take place in municipal court, not in front of an administrative clerk. And then they're appealing this ruling, which I am not going to show. And then there is this Columbus Dispatch news article about the move over law. So this new law states that, if you didn't already know, drivers need to move over to the left-hand lane anytime that there is a police officer or emergency vehicle on the curb lane or the right-hand lane. And it's designed to keep officers safe from crashes and accidents. I'm assuming that they stole this idea from Indiana because Indiana has such a law and I know about it. It's also supposed to boost the safety of roadway workers. Drivers will need to approach construction and maintenance with the same caution as emergency vehicles on the roadside, as you can see there. And Kasich has signed this. Department of Transportation, ODOT, says that motorists have had more than 600 collisions with vehicles and equipment since 2008. In one case, last April, a 27-year-old employee was killed. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out over the years, but I just wanted people to be aware that they can ticket you for not moving over to the left. I don't know how many times people are ticketed for it, but you can be ticketed. So this is Take the Gate. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.